Eitaola soccer people lovers, it's your boy Libzangwana, the real cheese cheddar, the real mozzarella. Look guys, we're here in Umhlanga, Suzuki, doing a show, talking Orlando Pirates and football in as a whole. And I'm so blessed today. I've been looking for the Trotman, I've been searching the Trotman this week. Busy man. You know when a center back moves from the back and goes for like at the striker, I will not do something else. So today on the show, I have a master of the game. I have Mr. Mark Fish himself. Welcome to the show, sir.
Great, thank you very much for that introduction. You made me wanting to get up and make a forward run again.
I used to watch him a lot. I'd go. That's why I always talk about footballers not having nicknames. Very, very important. But it also comes from the fans because of the love they have for you. And even till today, Legrotman gets it all the time. He still has to hide himself. That's playing for Orlando Pirates like that, my guy. You have to get that. If not, then means something is not right with you.
No, but true. But are you saying that I'm very fortunate that my surname is Fish? Because imagine it was Beseno. So Fish is a lot simpler to shout out. So yeah, I was very fortunate.
No. Because of the love the fans had for you, I myself, I used to come to the stadiums, and I just hear that echo and I'm like, oh, I want them to say, Jesus.
I think they did.
Yeah, I know, we appreciate the fans for that, Todman, just to open up, especially for the youngsters, like, how did it come about for you to eventually believe that I would play professional football? Because opportunities were a little bit less at that time, and how did that come about? Like, the coach motivated you, or maybe there was a player?
So I think I lived in Pretoria, so I was very fortunate to play for a very good club called Arcadia Shepherds, and they had a professional team, but I grew up playing football there from the age of 6 until 17, until got scouted by Jomo Cosmos. And the guy that I was playing with, he was the son of Roy Matthews, who was the assistant coach at co-coach with Jono at Cosmos. So he got his dad down to come watch me play, and next one got Jomo down, and then just after I matriculated, I found myself playing for Jomo Cosmos, and it was a nice, good introduction to football, because Jomo, he had a lot of unbelievable players that had come through Jomo Cosmos, and a late teammate of mine, he was someone that I respected that also played Arcadia Shepherds. He's the late Thomas Maragaki. It was a very welcoming way into what was then professional football, because it wasn't professional football as professional it is now. And I was very fortunate to find myself playing for Jomo Cosmos, and then not many people know that I signed as a striker. I grew up playing as a striker, and Jomo got me to Cosmos to replace, which I was never going to do, replace the late Phil Masinga, who had moved on. And so I'm not even sure how many games I played. I think I scored maybe 2 goals in like 3 months. And then we got to the bobsleigh final, what is now the Nedbank Cup. We got to the semi-finals, and the late Freddie Pander, he was our central defender from Marawi, and he got sent off. And Jomo looked at me and then put me at the back, and the rest is history, where I found, I think 3 weeks later, I found myself playing in the bobsleigh final, playing against Kaizer Chiefs, the best team or country, playing against Zimbabwean striker, Zimbabwean or Zambian striker, Aldo Pualya. And we was a phenomenal start. I found myself at about full house, Chiefs pulling up the stadium. But yeah, I was fortunate to. So my pre-match meal was introduced to me by the late Thomas Maragaki. He went downstairs, got pap and vleis, and I found myself eating pap and vleis in my room because Tommy believed that was our pre-match meal, and that will hopefully make us win proportionally.
Yeah, how things have changed, now is there's salad, there's chicken, what. You guys just eat KFCs and the corners, pop and meat, and still play a full 90 minute 100 days and get through all of that.
We ate whatever we could get, and but it's when you look back, and it's those experiences that they had, me going from Arcadia Shepherds to Cosmos, and the little stories, antidotes, that's what made me as a person to be able to go on to play for Orlando Pirates. I was those little experiences made me stronger mentally to be able to go to and go and join a club like
Bafana Pirates, you know. So how did that move come about, like from Cosmos? Because I normally, there's talks, how the things go around before you, or you just said,
we got relegated as Cosmos. You didn't know what to do. No, we had a Cosmos team that did really well in Africa. We got to the semi-finals, or what is now, is it the Confederation Cup?
now, yeah, it's called.
We got knocked out, but in the league we weren't performing, so we got relegated with Cosmos. And then, I sat with Jomo and it was like, where am I going now? And then I think it's 6 of us. It was 6 of us that went from Cosmos, that relegated Cosmos, yes, to Orlando Pirates that joined. But Dr. Koza was rebuilding Pirates. So there was players, the Eddie Motale, they were coming from Dynamo's players, were coming from all different clubs to join, Orlando Pirates. So that happened. It happened overnight. When I say overnight, meaning I was told by Jomo that I must go to that club. Yeah. So there's a black and white club that I need to go to. So I listened to Jomo and went to white club and the Pirates, and the rest is history. I mean, at the end of the days, we had, the players that went with me, and then I went with as well. We joined the club. The likes of Gavin Lane and Magents.
How many about?
Hellman was with me from Cosmos.
Yes.
So, Tony Catano, I don't even know if you know that.
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable player that's decided after winning the league in '94 he's going to give up football. But anyway, and then we just had those players, going to Pirates, and what we had experienced and learned at Cosmos had helped us that year in '94, because I know joining Pirates, even at Pirates, the Weezer Spectacular.
Yes.
The first Weezer Spectacular, I remember, I think Michael Cole played me in midfield. Sure. But that was my favorite position, but I didn't get, there were too many good players playing in midfield, so they put me at the back. But, just going to Pirates from Cosmos was, Cosmos was a good footballing team, unbelievable players. But you're going from where you're learning your trade to, now it's time to play, and you know yourself, going where the stadium is full. Now now you need to perform.
We have to.
You don't have second chances, and I think that was just the thing. I know that the experience that we had as Cosmos players, playing in Africa, going to the countries and which were difficult to acclimatize, and the actual experiences that made it very difficult for us. We learned a lot about ourselves. And so going to Paris, I think this had added to the possibility of many, many, many good things happening at Pirates. And actually, needless to say, it was a new change, a new country was happening, and new democratic elections, this and that, everything's happened. Was important for us as Pirates, the people's team. It is the people's team. You can have Cheese, you can have Sana, I don't really care. This is the people's team, and it will always be the people's team. And it was important for the chairman and for us. He made it important for us as players to go on to win the league in '94, which was the stepping stone for all the questions that you're going to ask later, because it was the stepping stone. And just to win that league, I unfortunately that year, I had a severe car accident, and I was unable to play in the Chiefs Pirates Derby, and I think I was in hospital, and I remember Gavin Lane and the teammates, I think they won 3-0, 3-1. They hammered the Chiefs, and in the stands there were fans were holding up "Get Well Seen," and please. I think that was an inspiration for me to the fans really appreciated me as a player at the club, and obviously it certainly helped me get better quicker, and obviously so that I can able to get back to playing ways.
No. I hope for me, it's all about just trying to make sure that these young boys get to know the people that have done it before them, and you're saying with the things that came after that. You guys went on a massive Champions League run, AFCON. Just take me through that. Like, what was happening through your guys' minds with all that changes that's been happening around the country? Like, what was happening in your mind? Like, is this really happening, or you guys believe? Because I with the AFCON squad, I know with Coach Clive was a very good motivator as well. I very good coach. I
I learned that in my later stage when I had a track with them. They never coached me, but it was coaching me. Butemba Zwane, Thabo Kalinde, the current generation of players. And they could tell that, hey, no wonder that team was so special, because you guys had someone that was really there for you guys. So I think for me, I touch on the 93 experience for Cosmos going in Africa. Yeah, I think it helped us lay the molders, form behind themselves, foundation first. And then, 95 with the team that brings the Pious team. Shank, you had that dodgy character earlier. You were asking him questions, and exactly, we were a team that we played for each other. We had a coach, and unfortunately the coach left us, I think, halfway through that season, and another coach came in, and then he left us before the final for whatever reasons. But at the end of the day, we had a chairman. We have a chairman that believed in, he had this goal to win the Africans. He wanted to win the Champions League. Yeah. And he went all out to make sure that we had the best possible tools necessary to be able to go out and achieve this dream of his. Because needless to say, we won the league in 94, and to be the first South African team to win the African Champions League was very important for him. And when you play a football match and you play a final, and you should lose that final 10-1. Yeah, you should lose 10-1. I don't know how. There's many things. We have God, we have Nuti, we have many things that happen that specific day. And Gavin said it earlier. I think from kickoff, they got the ball wide, went down the line. Within 20 seconds, there's a cross over the crossbar. We looked at each other. We said, today is a very long day. We'll be lucky. And if you look at that match, the actual goal Jerry scored was an unbelievable goal. We don't appreciate the finish, actually, that he had to do. Yes, the two defenders, they need each other, but to run around, it was a fabulous thing. But we still had, I think it was scored in the 72nd minute. Yeah. So it's 18 plus 18.
It's about 20 couple of minutes.
So we have 20 plus minutes still to defend that. And if you want to do defensive training for your team, go look at those last 20 minutes of everything, throwing your body and doing whatever you possibly can to get that result. And I always speak highly of it because of the expectations of people. No one gave us a chance to go to Abidjan and get that result. The best possible result for us was a 1-0. Yeah. And we went there and got that result after the 2-2 at home. And to silence 60,000 fans, it takes the team, the players, the technical team, and I think Dr. Koza and maybe the 10 people from Pirates from there that bought that really understand. And we did it. And it's unbelievable memory. It's to me, it was the stepping stone for what went on in February with the national team. That's the Bafana thing is it's amazing. It is, yeah. But the Pirates thing, it's always closer to mine. I think to me it was just it was stepping stone for South African football, but also it was a. I don't want to disrespect anyone, but it was a tougher challenge. For me, it was something that's I was very admired and very, very fortunate to have been in that squad of players to be able to have achieved that, because long may it continue. And you mentioned earlier, some of these youngsters, there's time to get that second star now, so they can stop looking at Gavin, because they keep saying Gavin's old, and he is old. He was old when he was playing. Guys, even older. But it's time for these guys to be talking about the new generation. The 95 is long time now. It's 30 years.
Yeah, and we have so much resources nowadays. Unlike when you guys never really had so much resources. Chairman worked on scraps. They're organizing this and that, and the chemical affair. I'm sure the chemical affair with, because I know these are house things. We're not going to talk about that. But Mark, we look at this current Bafana team. I think we even spoke about it about a week ago, where I said this generation looks like a generation that can really turn that course in 30 years, Kabla. And I also believe, the last AFCON, we missed out just in the semis. Do you think this team could actually go all the way?
I think it's a very tough challenge to go to Morocco. But I think that everything that Hugo Hugo Broos has achieved with this team. You're a football person. You played football, and you understand what it takes for a new coach to come in to get rid of all the things he needed to get rid of in that squad.
Yeah.
And we're talking about players. We're talking about people within the technical team, people within the fun.
Sure. The whole technical team, actually. Everyone.
But Kit Band, everyone that was involved with it, to get rid of and do your own thing. And then get the players to trust you and believe in you. And obviously it works vice versa. And that's what he's achieved. So he has done what he is the I'm gonna say the tribe walker of Bafana now, because he's done everything that he said he would do. He's come in there and he's changed the look. And I think just for us as ex-players, it's good to see the fans are going back to watch Bafana. And us as ex-players, as you mentioned, since the last AFCON, now they qualified for the World Cup. They will do well this AFCON in Morocco. We've got something to be excited for, and it's good for it's good for our sports in South Africa, all people say, but it's good for South African football. Because South African football, every certain kid you speak to wants to be a footballer. And to now have your national team go to a World Cup, you have something to look at. So that now you're looking at, yes, you've got a team that you support, and now you can support South Africa. They're going to the World Cup. They're going to go represent us. I believe they will get out of the group stage, which we've never got out of. The 98, 2002, and 2010. 2010 doesn't count.
Yeah.
We qualified. The last time we qualified World Cup is 2002. So we've missed out on 5 World Cups. So it's now this the 6th one. We are back, and I'm super proud of Bafana Bafana, the technical team, everyone involved, the players, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do, not only now at the AFCON, but the World Cup as well.
No, I fully agree with you on that one, because I also see the brotherhood, with like one player scores, everybody's huddling up the corner flag. You can tell that there's a sense of, and I would also say, I'll just add that maybe also Coach Hellman as well it's got that influence, because when you needed a guy like that, someone that has done it before, it's much more like, this is how we did it, brotherhood. And
Midnight Express, my friend. He was an unbelievable player. He's an unbelievable human, and that's why Hugo Broos says he loves him so much, because he knows the value that Helman does for him, and the connection he has with the players. And as you said, he's been there and done that. And to have Helman in the squad, I think it's in the technical team, it's been a blessing for us as ex-players. And I'm so happy for Helman. And but you mentioned that there, to see Midnight Express there as a coach, and being involved with qualifying for World Cups and AFCONs and Team Wallet AFCONs. It's brilliant to see, and I couldn't wish that on a better person.
Yeah, no, for sure. I also pick up the Hotman.
Salute to you.
Danko, Midnight Express. He inspired me as well as a winger, so I was like, hey, one day I will be also on the touchline.
But you didn't have an engine like him up and down, did you?
Did you? No, I didn't. I only got
You went forward.
I went forward. But then later on, I was like, no, now I need to track back. So I was told by the fullbacks, no, don't come back. When I get the ball, you go there.
Just go forward. No, that's Helman. He had an engine up and down.
Yeah.
So for Cosmos, for Perez, Gavin Lane, we could run all day.
And now I want to talk about your partnership with the centre back, Mr. Stability. How did that come about? Like I used to enjoy that pairing, that centre back. That was, I was like, look, I'm not. Sometimes when things are not happening up front, you go forward there and the fans would go crazy. Fish. And probably Gavin would be calling like, where are you going?
Then I say most of the time I did that, and every single time I ignored him. For me, so that's it. But stability unit, the interesting story, remember, I told you I grew up as a striker, so Cosmos, I played against him. He was playing for Blackpool. Yeah. He was like punching in the back. Young man, you don't belong here. And then something happened, I jumped in, and eventually we scored 1-0, which against a Blackpool team, he mentioned, he's so strong, so good. And I said to him, old man, you don't belong here. And needless to say, I think it was a year or 18 months later, I found myself playing in a partnership. I became a defender, and I'm playing with him. And stability unit is exactly what fans expected from a Pirates player.
Sure.
Gave everything. His heart and soul was for the team on the field, and sometimes his heart and soul was off the field. But stability unit was sure. for me, I was very fortunate to be able to play with Gavin, especially when you went into Africa.
Yeah.
Africa, you don't want you cannot ask for a better partner, meaning he's gonna give everything.
Yeah.
And I still have a fond memory where he in Uganda Express, our semi-final in Uganda, where he scored the winner. And there's a picture of me, he's like running away, and we all hugging him, running away. My friend, and I was thinking about it now because. So Uganda Express had, I can't think of the team's name, their biggest rivals were in the stadium supporting us.
Okay.
So when he scored the winner and eventually we won, my friend, I remember playing with Gavin. We ran to those fans that were supporting us and to the opposition. I think I pulled my pants down and gave them a drown on. I think I did that. But Gavin probably inspired me to do something like that because he was a troublemaker. So I think I remember this. Like, I didn't do it, but somehow I think I did do it. So I'm sorry for that because I think it was just over passion. I'm just very happy that we got to the final of the Champions League. But yeah, again, I think Gavin at times, not only a teammate, but I think sometimes he had to father many of us because we had some. Yeah. You mentioned earlier, we had some really good in our team. Yeah. And needless to say, my roommate, Edward Motale, he would try. I was lucky I only had 2 years with him. Gavin had 10 years, however long with him. So we can feel, sometimes when Gavin, he doesn't know what to say in there because it's a mental, fully experienced too much time with Magents. Yeah, please, for sure.
But he made Magents himself. Yeah, headache. So, Bapal, now let's get into the situation that's happening in the country. Like when I look at your guys' generation, without the resources that are here now, we're having quite a few players leaving to go play abroad. I mean, you've played abroad, you've witnessed, I think the late Phil, and Eric, half the team had left to play abroad, and in top leagues, not just the smaller and the leagues. What's holding our players now? Because I feel like now with so much social media and easy access to a player's profile and games, we're not having enough players moving abroad. Like, I think maybe the last two players I can think of would be Benny and Steven Pienaar. Like what's the problem with that? Like what's the situation that you cannot have our players bring in the group?
So I do think this African league has got stronger and better. Financially, players are looked after better than then. I think it's because it's so long ago. At the time, we had to get a better liner.
Yeah.
But I do just think that the quality, the players, if you want to improve yourself as a player and you want to play against the best players, then before you leave, you go to another country. So. We had Percy Tau, who went another route. We've had players for different routes, but I think the exciting thing now, everyone's going at the last game. Everyone was locally placed players. Yeah. Yes, that is phenomenal. That is. But can you imagine that if you had players going, and the players will go abroad now? I think that's for me is the most exciting thing that has happened within qualifying for the World Cup now. Yes. Is that South African players, even we've had the under 20s at African champions, under 70s that gone go to the World Cup. South African players are in demand again. For many years, we haven't qualified for World Cups. They don't look at South African players. Now we're in demand again because of other teams. Some teams
playing well, Club World Cup.
Club World Cup. Don't mention those team names that we're talking about. Yeah. And we've got now obviously the national team qualifying. So yeah, it's South African players are going to be in demand again. You've got that youngster you probably know, and that's playing the same for Queen's Park Rangers. The defender.
Fosler. No, not Fosler.
That's no, got Lau Fosler. That's a burning. Yeah. But we will have days going again, and I think when players have that opportunity to go, they will take it. It was nothing better than traveling the world to go see the world through doing something that you love and you're passionate about.
Sure. I know, SoccerBeat lovers, you heard it from the Fruitman. It's just a piece of advice for you guys, especially the young generation. Don't be too comfortable where you are. Always try to aim higher. And there is opportunities out there, and we just need to keep on working hard, being disciplined, and listening to your elders. I'll always trust on that. Listen to your elders, let them advise you, and we'll get a lot of players playing abroad. That will help our national team even better, and we'll actually dominate Africa as we are. But we still need to get to that step first, So with that being said, Hotman, I just want to find out from you, because it's always great for me to get the information from you guys, because I also face the same challenge, after retiring, things are not okay, friends start slipping away, opportunities start slipping away. Like, how best? I even asked Gavin the same thing. Like, how would you advise these youngsters in terms of to manage their careers? And after that one, how would you like to be remembered as Markfish in South Africa?
In the world, actually, you consider it tennis like me. So, I listen to you when you ask, Gavin. So, I think that is always a challenge, not only for a football player, for any sportsman that plays in the limelight and gets to a level. I think that, for footballers, I think it has changed. I think it has changed quite a bit, where players are a little bit more aware, because it's the onus is also on the agents at the moment to make sure that the players invest their money and they take care of their investments and how they use their money. Yeah. Yes, players are always going to buy fancy cars and whatever, but if you work hard, there's nothing against that. Sure. So, that's all. I think it is getting better. You don't hear so many stories, but at the end of the day is that I think the key is to know when you make that decision to retire is retire. Sure. And make sure that you're taking care of in the future, because as you mentioned, their life changes drastically as things going through. Certainly become completely different for you as a person. But I think that's why players now, whilst play, think of quite drastic to say. Think of your career when you finish yours. When you finish, what are you going to do? What you want to do? Players, some want to be in football, some don't. Some want to get out of football, because of experiences. But there are many anyways. And for me, I love seeing footballers remain in football, because it's like, now you're an ex-footballer, but you're talking football. Sure. Footballers, administration, yes. You can learn something and to be in administration that you might not. You might know that it's 2 yellow cards, you can't play a player. For sure, I always know that. So I think having that having footballers in football, I always enjoy that. And it says, but a pair of advices is to just know that your career will come to an end, and when it does come, make sure that you have what you want to do, and you're able to take care of your wife, your kids, your other girlfriend, whichever girlfriend. Like, now you know the price that you did. You know the story, but they know the story. Your friend, the wife. So how would you like, just to wrap it up, like, how would you love to be able to know it? Like, it's something maybe that's from your heart. Like, look, I'm the humble guy. How would you love to remember? Funny guy, nice guy. No, I just wanted to remember. I want to be remembered as the guy that played with Gavin Lane. Stability unit. I am the guy that played with it. Gavin Lane Stability unit that won the Champions League in 1995. You Buccaneer fans, go and look it up. Mm-hmm. Get to know about that 95 team. Yes. I'm the guy that played with it. Stability unit. And it's really about it. You heard it there. It's really guys there. So, yeah, do the right thing, guys. Please like, subscribe, share the video. Don't forget to click on that button there. You can see it. Some people are watching, but do not click on that button, because it's a lot of interesting things we are talking about, yeah. And don't forget to come get yourself a Suzuki La. That is good picks. La Mshlang. I always say I'm in Mshlang, da boss. So from us at SoccerBeat, we are out. See you in the next one. Oh yeah. SoccerBeat,